Paul II.
Perfect.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is the information session to talk about the upcoming Theology of the Body Educators conferences and pilgrimages around the world. So we hope you will join us on a future trip, a future formational experience to dive deep into the thought of John Paul II while experiencing amazing places around the world, different cultures, different Marian shrines, amazing, beautiful Catholic churches in different countries. So we really hope you will join us. Um, I will share my screen with some different flyers and websites of things we have coming up. Um, most of these events that I'm going to show you, we are hoping to make them annual events. So if you can't make it this year, we hope you can join us in a future year. So I'll do them in the order that they are happening in 2026. So this year in July and actually next weekend, if you happen to be in London, you can stop by our conference, our weekend Theology of the Body conference. So how we normally do our events is we start with a weekend conference on the topic of theology of the body. These conferences are designed as an introduction to the topic. At TOB Educators, we are a community of educators from different countries around the world, and we always try to put events on together in collaboration. So we have 5 speakers at this conference weekend in London. You can see them here: Father Stephen Fawcett, Father David Marsden, Janet and Morrow, Katrina Zeno, and myself will be at a church in Chiswick. And so we have a website for each conference where you can see the schedule, the whole weekend schedule, the location, and the bios about the speaker. So you can read more about who's speaking. We also have some frequently asked questions there. So that's for the weekend. And then we advertise some optional extended days. So this is where the pilgrimage part comes in. So after the weekend, we have a pilgrimage in England. So this is our first year trying the pilgrimage. So we made it very short. And next year we hope to do something similar, but maybe add on a trip to Our Lady of Walsingham. Um, but right now the plan for London is after the conference is to make a day trip to Oxford to see the sites of C.S. Lewis and Tolkien for a day, to return to London. And then Tuesday will be like being a tourist in London, seeing the Tower of London, Tower Bridge, Westminster Abbey, Westminster Cathedral, to spend the day in London. So that's a short pilgrimage after the conference. So that's England. Does anyone have any questions about that one before I move on? Okay, and like I said, that one is an annual event. This is our second year doing it, so next year it'll be the third. We don't know if it'll be in the summer or the fall. We'll let you know. Um, the next one I want to tell you about, this is our third year going to Ireland. But the last 2 years we've done it in Western Ireland in Knock at Our Lady of Knock Shrine. This is the first year we're doing it in the city of Dublin. We're going to the heart of the city in St. Teresa's Church. It's a beautiful church right in the city center of Dublin for our weekend conference. So we have the whole schedule there for the conference on our website. We have the speakers. Again, there's Helen from Ireland. There is this married couple, Sean and Pawnee from Ireland. We have Harry from Ireland. And we have Sister Constancy also from Ireland, who will be giving a talk as well. So, and to follow the conference, so this is again a weekend conference. To follow the conference, we have some extended days of pilgrimage in Ireland. So this year, the plan is this. One second. It's frozen. Here. Okay.
Yeah.
Ireland. So the weekend itself happens in Dublin, in the big city, the noisy city. But then afterwards is the pilgrimage part where we're going to the west of Ireland, beautiful countryside, green. You might see some sheep grazing. Um, and we'll go all the way to Western Ireland to Knock. We'll spend 3 nights at Our Lady of Knock Shrine. So it's a very peaceful, beautiful place. So we travel there on Sunday. On Monday, we wake up, we'll probably go to Mass in Knock, and then we'll take a day trip to Galway, which is a coastal city on Western Ireland, to experience Western Irish culture, food, people. Then we return to Knock. So we'll have some time for prayer, for resting. And then on Tuesday morning, we wake up, we'll probably go to Mass again, and then we go to hike the famous mountain that St. Patrick hiked, Croagh Patrick. It's about a 2 or 3 hour hike up. We hope that local Irish people will join us. So if Americans come, if people from other countries come, hopefully it's an international experience here. Um, then on Wednesday, we return to Dublin to see some more sightseeing in Dublin, to see St. Patrick's Cathedral, to see Trinity College, the Book of Kells, all the Irish things you want to see in Dublin. So again, it's the weekend followed by the pilgrimage. Any questions on Ireland? Okay, up next in the order is we have one in the United States. And this is a special one because it's in my hometown of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. It's a small city, only 40,000 people, but we're offering it locally. My friends, my uncle who's a deacon, people are asking, Nick, you do these, like with TOB educators, you guys are organizing these events all over the world. Why don't you do one here in our home? So that's where this came from. We're trying to bring it back home. We have local speakers coming, and Madeline's coming to that one as well. And yeah, this one is just the weekend conference. So it's September 11th through 13th. So if you're in the United States, there are direct flights to my hometown, Cape Girardeau, from Dallas and from Chicago. So from O'Hare Airport and from Dallas Airport, you can fly directly to Cape Girardeau. Another option is to fly to St. Louis, and then it's a 2 hour drive from St. Louis. So this one is only the weekend. You can go to our website to see the full schedule and to read about the speakers again. But if this was to turn into a pilgrimage, it would be combined with the beatification of Fulton Sheen, which takes place on September 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like 10 days after the conference.
September
Is that
12th.
right, Madeline? 24th. 24th? Did you say 24th, Madeline?
Yeah,
Okay.
24th. And the
Okay.
diocese is offering a lot of Fulton Sheen events throughout the week beforehand.
Yes. So if someone is wanting to come to Missouri for the Cape Girardeau conference, you could consider sticking around and making it like a 10-day pilgrimage in Missouri, seeing the National Shrine of the Miraculous Medal, going to visit the tomb of St. Rose Philippine Duchesne in St. Louis, or in St. Charles, actually. You could see the amazing new Cathedral of St. Louis, which some have argued is the most beautiful church in the United States. That's one argument out there. I mean, I'm sure it could be debated. But it's very, very beautiful church with mosaics, very huge. Um, and yeah, so that's Missouri. There's the conference and the beatification in September. Next up, we have our conference and pilgrimage in Portugal. And I just see Maria Jose joined. Welcome, Maria. Maria is helping to organize this event in Portugal. Um, so a little bit about our plan for Portugal is we start October 16th through 18th with a week theology of the body retreat in Fatima. So this means we will have 2 to 3 nights staying in Fatima. You have the chance to pray. Every night we'll go join the rosary procession that we can, have Eucharistic adoration, Mass, and amazing talks on the theology of the body from various speakers. So if you go to our website, you can find the full schedule for the weekend there. So we finish on Sun. So it's a Friday to Sunday in October, October 16th through 18th. Directly after that, those who are coming for the whole pilgrimage, we will take a bus together. 1 second, let me show you the flyer for the pilgrimage. Okay, Portugal pilgrimage. So starting Sunday afternoon, we will leave and take a bus to see the Eucharistic miracle at Santarém. Correct me, Maria, if I'm mispronouncing that. Um, and we will head on our way from Fatima to see the Eucharistic miracle, and then we will stay in Lisbon. So the rest of the pilgrimage, we stay in around Lisbon. We have day trips to Sintra, Cabo da Roca, Alfama, and Belém, Estrela. Maybe, Maria, do you mind explaining some of these places, like the significance of some of these places in Lisbon that we will visit?
Okay, I would like if you can put the image a bit bigger.
Oh, I can't hear you, Maria. Maybe
Ah,
it's just my volume.
ah. Can you put the image a bit bigger?
Oh, I don't know how.
Oh, okay. So
Sorry.
let me see if I can read it.
Okay. Or how would,
Perfect.
yeah, what would you
Perfect.
say some of the highlights will be for the
Okay. So
pilgrimage?
we are going to Tuesday to Sintra. Sintra is a very kind of international place. All tourists like to go there because of the buildings, and there are some palaces, and it's a very beautiful place. Cabo da Roca is the place that is near the sea, the most west point of Portugal. Yeah. Then we go to downtown and to see a typical neighborhood. No, neighborhood.
Yeah,
Called Alfama. Yeah, Alfama. Baixa means downtown. So we'll be around some beautiful churches that are downtown. And then Thursday, we'll be going to Cascais to see the coast from Lisbon to Cascais. And we'll visit Belém, where there's this big church called Mosteiro dos Jerónimos, and there's a museum also. And then we go to the Basilica of Estrela. Basilica is a church, a very important church because it was consecrated to the heart of Jesus. It was the first basilica consecrated to the heart of Jesus. And we expect to have some event to celebrate the John Paul II's day, which should be 22nd, 2022.
yes.
I don't know.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so you all are invited to consider. If you have any more questions about that, you can reach out to us. Um, so it would be flying into Lisbon on October 16th and flying out a week later on October 23rd. So it's about
Mhm.
a 1 week pilgrimage in total. Well, I'm sure we'll experience a lot of great Portuguese food and music. One of my favorite Portuguese food is the pão, or no, that's Brazilian pão de queijo. What are those called, Maria? Those little pastries?
Pastel de nata.
Yeah, pastel de nata. Those are my favorite. Yeah.
Okay,
So
we'll be
have
there.
to. Okay, awesome. So any questions about Portugal?
Yeah, the thing I think we should start saying is that the hotel in Fatima wants us to pay one third, 30% of the total
Yes.
we had reserved, and we have to tell people they if they want to go, they should pay us something before the 18th of July. Otherwise, we
Yeah,
can't afford to get the hotel.
go there. So that's only a couple weeks away. If you can make a deposit for the trip,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Here in
All
Portugal,
right.
I'm asking 100 euros.
Okay, the deposit. Okay.
Mm.
So the next one, so that's in October. The next opportunity that you could have with TOB educators, we are actually with Madeline, we're planning a pilgrimage in Rome next year. The idea is to do it in April. So if you would like to mark your calendars for April 8th through 20th, we're trying to do a conference and a pilgrimage in Italy. So it'll be a weekend followed by pilgrimage April 8th through 20th. The other thing I want to mention is our pilgrimages to Poland. And we've done 3 or 4 of them already over the past couple years for groups across the United States. And we would like to offer your own group to come. So what it takes is 15 people and a priest. So if you have a priest, it's very good because you can have private masses for your group in all the places that we go. One thing that's very good about TOB Educators pilgrimages is that we keep the cost much lower than the normal travel tour company does. Normally, trips to Europe are priced at $4,000 or $5,000 or more. TOB Educators, we keep ours so far under $2,000, but we ask you to buy your own airfare. So in total, it might be closer to 3,000, which is still much cheaper than average. Because one part of TOB Educators pilgrimages is we're not going for luxury. We're going for formation, prayer, encounter with the Lord, with the culture that we're going to. So we're not spending all of our time in fancy hotels, but we are experiencing the local city, the churches, the places. We still stay in safe, clean, good areas, but we're not going for luxury, if that makes sense. So we keep the cost at a more simple. So we stay at more simple accommodations or stuff like that. So here's what a typical Poland pilgrimage looks like. It could be 12 days where you fly to Krakow. Some highlights in Krakow, of course, are the Divine Mercy Shrine, the Tomb of St. Faustina, the salt mines, Wawel Cathedral, the Old Town Krakow. We stay at very simple accommodations at the Vincentian Sisters of Mercy. And almost every day of the pilgrimage, we make a day trip somewhere. So one day we go to Our Lady of Czestochowa, which is about an hour and a half from Krakow. We go to the concentration camp of Auschwitz and receive a tour there. We go to Wadowice, which is the hometown of Karol Wojtyła. We see the church he was baptized in, the house where he grew up. We even go hiking in the mountains in southern Poland, about 2 hours from Krakow, to make a trip to see the beautiful Tatra Mountains. We have time for 3 days of rest and exploring the city on your own. Beautiful city of Krakow, the land of John Paul II, St. Maximilian Kolbe, and St. Faustina. We even take a trip up to Warsaw. It's about a 4-hour journey from Krakow to Warsaw, where you can see the convent where St. Faustina entered, the convent when she very first entered. we stay there. We sleep there sometimes if our group is small enough. We can also see the monastery of Saint Maximilian Kolbe near Pokolonov, where I believe is the most beautiful monstrance for Eucharistic adoration that I've ever seen. They have a nice museum about Saint Maximilian Kolbe. This is where he lived before he was arrested by the Germans during the war. And then it would be departing flights from Warsaw or back from Krakow. So our tours, we like to keep under 30 people to make it more of a family experience, a communal experience, and also logistically, it's a lot easier to find places to eat together, to stop for the bathroom where it doesn't take 2 hours. So we try to keep our group under 30 people, but we can do it for 15. Or I can also do it privately if you just want to come, you and your spouse, to Poland. Um, so yeah, I think our TOB educators pilgrimages are very unique. We have some testimonies of people who attended this past April. What they said, it was very well organized. The small group made it personal. It was a profound, positive, life-changing experience. Poland is a must-see. So much history and faith there. I hope to go back again someday, etc. So if you would like to schedule a Poland pilgrimage for your own group, please contact us. We have the plan. We're ready to go. We just need the people.
Yeah. Yeah, Nicholas, I think that I could get something for Tucson for sure. But
Oh, okay.
but the question I have for you is, are you working with Michael Villanova?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
talking with him.
so Michael and I are good friends.
Okay.
I'm not, there isn't anything in Tucson that is really connected. TOB is very difficult in Tucson, and so